Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge outdoor wall sconce called the Port Medium. This is going to be the 30-43-03. There's a size below this, there's a size above this. Check them both out, check them all out, they're all wonderful. This is the one that's going to be 12 inches overall height from the bottom of the fixture to the very top, 11 inches wide. Backplate's going to be 7.5 by 5.6 inches wide. And the mounting height is going to be 8.3 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box. I want to show you more information about that. And a great way to see more info is to look at the install sheets. And how we're going to do that, if you're on the page for this on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on the right-hand side of your screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for Installations Instructions PDF. Open that up for me if you can. And that's going to show you a lot of good information. So there's going to be a full parts list. There's going to be instructions how everything kind of goes together. It's also going to show you how the backplate's going to go over your 4-inch junction box, which is going to be very important. So backplate 7.5 by 5.6. That means that if you are putting this on a shingle building or clapboards, you're going to be cutting a block into that. So obviously that's going to be a little bit bigger than our backplate. And you'll talk to your contractor about that because they have probably done it a million times. So this is going to be using Hubbardton Forge's medium base socket threaded porcelain. It's going to be able to accept any screw-in bulb, even a fluorescent if some of you guys are still running around with those. But as far as incandescent bulbs going, and there might be a couple of you guys doing those, 100 watt max for an incandescent. So this is an A19 bulb. This is also an A19 bulb. This is a LED. We're going to get into LEDs in a sec too. When you get into LEDs, the only caveat is like to the size is that can it get into the inner diffuser on this? I'm not sure exactly which size this goes to, but that's going to be the only thing. They don't generate much heat. They barely use much electricity, and they're the best way you should go. You can also choose the color temperature of the light. I talk about it all the time. This is the 3000 Kelvin warm light that's coming down on my hands from the LEDs above me. Some people like the outdoor light. That's that white light, almost like a doctor's office, and some people will totally get into that. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. So if you're in that camp, just look for that on the box or online. If you're like me and you're like the warmth of an incandescent bulb, then especially if you're going to dim these down, you can get them down almost like candlelight. And that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin warm white. And if you're buying these online, it'll tell you that. It's also dimmable, don't forget. So if you're going to be putting these on a back porch or on the pool, on a deck, and you're going to be hanging out there after dinner with your friends drinking coffee or wine, you might want to dim these down so it has that nice warm glow and you don't have the harsh light at you. It's always a good thing to do. Make sure you buy dimmable bulbs and you put in the right dimmer for LEDs that dim. Okay, so let's get into glass really quick. Oh, before then, let's talk about that tool. You'll notice on those instruction sheets there's a tool that's listed there. So it's a metal retaining ring tool. This is the retaining ring that's going to keep the glass on the socket. Remember I told you it was a threaded socket a second ago? So the retaining ring is just going to go into the flared end really simply. And I'm going to take the glass setup and kind of put it together. So you've got two pieces of glass, an inner diffuser and then the outer part. And one's going to go like that, one's going to go like that. And so you're really just going to take, this is going to be proxy for your hand getting into the glass. Goes in like this. You simply righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, you're going to turn it until it's all on there, and then you're going to notice it's all together. This will not be there. You're going to take the retaining ring tool, you're going to put it into a drawer in your kitchen that you put all this kind of stuff into and make it go away and disappear, and then someday you may need this, okay? So let's hop back to glass for a quick second. So you're going to have two different types of glass that you can do. This is going to be the seeded clear. There's lots of little air bubbles in this. Has almost an antique-y look. And that's going to have this milky opal glass on the inside. That's your setup there. Option 2 is going to be the whole thing is opal. And I get into opal later in this video, so you can check that out too. Okay? Let's talk about sockets one more time really quickly. If you're in the state of California and you're pulling permits for new construction or renovation, and remember, the key here is pulling permits where the building inspector is coming out to see you. He may or she may ask you to do this setup, which is called the GU24. Two little prongs, two little holes, snaps in just like that. Does now allow you to put in an incandescent bulb, and that's going to be one way they might want you to go. Also, if you are building a LEED certified building or house, that's LEED for the tax credits, they may ask you to do the same thing too, and then we have you covered there. Hubbardton Forge's LED version is basically this idea, but don't forget, for the 99.9% of you guys out there who are doing or are not doing a LEED building or California Title 24, stick with this and you're good to go. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. They're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures and you can bring that tablet in and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, where we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.